What is up, y'all? It's your girl, brand new, and honey, I am back in the building. This time, honey, I'm back with a Love and Marriage Huntsville extra, honey. I will be reading up out of the Facebook group for Love and Marriage Huntsville. I also, honey, will be getting some comments from the people, honey, in regards to this Arionne and KARSON situation and, Latisha, knowing that KARSON knew Arionne and, the plot that thickens, honey, okay? That thickens, I should say. But anyways, honey, without further ado, let's get off into it. Now, before, guys, we get off into it, Love and Marriage Huntsville will be running a bit behind this week. This is the week that I had to work the doubles, so just to keep y'all up on notice, when I am late with videos, a lot of times it's because, I am at my other job, honey, okay? And that job pays good, so that's why stuff be, running behind, okay? So we a little bit on CP time, and then I had, a lot of stuff going on at my house, people in and out of the house, and y'all know I don't even like folks being all up in the house, but stuff got to get fixed and checked out, and, so there's that. Now, let's get off into these comments, honey, about, Arionne's alleged friend KARSON, coming on the show, okay? And I told y'all, latishascott was wrong for inviting KARSON to that etiquette brunch or, whatever it was. She had no business doing that. I feel like if you are really legitimately trying to move forward with somebody, you're not gonna bring somebody with you that's connected to Arionne, and I'm sure she's gonna get down to the reunion and be like, I didn't even know that she knew Arionne like that. I don't know nothing about nothing. Okay, I know how Latishascott get down, honey. She is the perpetual victim that didn't know anything, and all of this stuff that's going on is going to be a part of Mel's, imagination. Some of y'all felt like Carlos is not even going to talk about this at the reunion. Oh, it'll be brought up. It'll be, if it ain't by him, somebody go bring it up. So we'll see. We'll see. Some of y'all also feel like, well, Melody, tried to bring Alonda on the show and, she was messy with that. And then, Mel hooking up with Kiki, that was so wrong. At this point, it don't really matter. It's in the past. And Tisha and Mel both made a pact, that they would move on, and not throw each other under the bus. They wouldn't be keeping up with any type of negativity, okay, when it comes to each other, okay? And Mel has kept up her end of the bargain, inviting Latisha, country Scott, honey, okay, her ghetto country ass don't know how to act. She invited her to her daughter's birthday party. She's always hugging Tisha, being friendly and being respectful. So, what was the reason for you to invite this young lady that's associated with Arionne? And now some of y'all are saying, well, KARSON isn't to blame. She's just trying to clear her name. I'm sorry, but if you wanted to clear your damn name, first off, if you're not guilty of anything, there wouldn't be anything to clear up, first off. And number two, KARSON looks bad because she was entertaining Arionne. This is what KARSON basically said. Well, Arionne never did anything to me, and I do not like people like that, because when you say stuff like that, that means you don't give a damn about what Arionne has did to other people, as long as she don't do nothing to you. And KARSON didn't have a problem with Arionne until Arionne actually did something to her. Now, all of a sudden, she could see Arionne for the, first floor hood booger, honey, that she is. And I call BS. Like, girl, you should have been, seeing through this woman's character. You should have used your discernment, when you found out she was the side chick to Martellholt, okay? And KARSON, if you remember, when she was talking to Arionne, she was defending Arionne being a side chick. And no, they shouldn't be talking about you. Now, meanwhile, if the hood booger wouldn't have never been sleeping with that lady husband, nobody would have nothing to talk about. Okay? Nobody is just bringing your name up, girl. And they ain't even say your name on the show. But nobody would be discussing you or anything pertaining to you sleeping with Martell had you not been doing that. So that's a lack of accountability and responsibility on your part, Arionne. And she refuses to see herself for who she is. She refuses to hold herself accountable and responsible for her actions and her behavior because she's ashamed of her behavior. Okay? She may never, admit to it, but she is. And I can just tell, So that's how I feel about that. Let's get to the comments. Let's see what the people think about, KARSON being on Love and Marriage Huntsville. Let's see what they got to say about Tisha. One person says, what these haters don't understand is if Mel leaves the show will end not too long after. Mel, it's time to go. Let these high schoolers leave these high schoolers to this silliness. Yeah, it's silly. It's stupid. Another person says, Tisha is just showing how dark her soul really is. I really want Mel to get her own show. Another person says it's time for Mel to leave the show because Carlos is using her and disrespecting her feelings and space at the same time. When she leaves the show will be canceled as it should. Now, speaking of this show canceling, honey, I see Carlos sure did whip up Love and Marriage Detroit. Okay, that's his hometown. What y'all think about that? Some of y'all claim y'all not watching it. I guess I could give it a try. I could give it look, I was going to say first floor try, honey, but Miss Robinson ain't on the first floor. I'm on the top floor, okay? I have to remind myself, honey, those days are behind you, okay? But yeah, I'll, try it out, and, if it's stupid, honey, I won't review it, okay? But I got to see what it's about. Okay, and I do like Detroit, honey. Okay, I love gambling, honey, up in the Detroit area anyways, honey, okay? So another person says, I'm thinking that Tisha knew about all of this, given that she and Mel are supposed to be trying to be cordial. Why would she invite Arionne's friend to Mel's event? Exactly. To do some passive-aggressive bullshiggity. I told y'all how Tisha gets down. She throws rocks and hides her hands. And I'm pretty sure if she's ever questioned about this, it'd be, Mel did it to me. Mel was over there hanging with my cousin Kiki and getting information about me from her. So, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. But all of that stuff that I told you guys about, it's disgusting. It's deplorable. It's very dark. It's just very evil. You already slept with the lady's husband, Arionne, and had a baby, okay? And then on top of it, there's this plot where, Martell wants you to, put out some revenge porn against Mel, allegedly, and you was thinking about doing it just so he wouldn't be mad at you. Like, girl, you have no morals, no values, no scruples, no ethics. She ain't got nothing, honey, okay? She does not see the error of her ways. Another person says the girl resembles coleslaw. The ratings went up to 339,000 because Mel keeps asking people to watch. Huntsville seems to draw and has residents that are evil. Mel needs to start a show based off what she wanted from the beginning. She needs to produce the show from another location with the court's permission. I believe God will continue to direct her in the right direction. I hope so, honey. Another person says, I actually believe this young lady KARSON but time will tell. I think Tisha and or Carlos saw an opportunity to stick it to Mel through this lady. She is right about living in a small town. There will be a level of degree of knowing the same people in a small circle. Mel should still watch her back, but I don't believe this young lady is the problem. Okay. Like I said, and I'm just going to keep stressing it to you guys. I had a problem with KARSON simply off the fact of you saw, what she did to this family. You saw what she did to Martell's ex-wife. She was on that live, you guys. See, if we didn't see the live and she was just coming out clearing her name, that would be different. But the fact that we saw you on live agreeing with mostly what Arionne was saying about her being a side chick, like you had no empathy for Melody, and you was basically, agreeing with Arionne about how they shouldn't talk about her on the show. Like, child, if you would close your damn legs to married men, there would be nothing to discuss. Okay, hood booger. Okay. So that right there let me see KARSON for who she was. That live with her and Arionne. There's no taking that back. You can't do all of that, on live with Arionne. Then you release this alleged plot that Arionne asked you about, right? And now all of a sudden your morals, ethics, and values kicks in about, oh, that's so wrong, don't do that to Melody, but you wasn't saying that shit when you was on that live with her. See, you have to have integrity. You have to be integrated with your thoughts, beliefs, and decisions and choices. And KARSON is not integrated, because had she been integrated, she would have never been talking to Arionne, anyways. Okay, I myself, if I'm moving to a new area, I'm not gonna be talking to no side chick. As soon as I figured out who she was, that would have been that. It wouldn't have been, well, I'm gonna wait till the bitch do something to me. Them type of people you gotta watch out for. Okay, in life, you have to pay attention to how people treat other people first, not wait until it's you. Because hell yeah, you go act a fool and go off and cut ties because it's you. And to me, that's very selfish. It's very narcissistic of KARSON. Okay? So I'm a good judge of character, you guys. I know what I'm looking at. And KARSON is not innocent. And all it is, well, don't shoot the messenger. Well, I'm just trying to clear my name. Girl, no, you done made shit worse. The only way you could have came out of this clean is to not say anything and let everybody believe whatever the hell they want to believe. That was the only way. But no, you done said a little bit too much. Okay? So another person says, I don't believe Arionne is ever going to be on this show. If she was, she would have already been on the show already. It's been on for how many seasons now? LOL. It's not happening. I think Arionne has been so quiet because she's embarrassed. Did all that chirping just to be wrong in the end, and for Martell to end up with the exact opposite person she claimed he liked so much. Just goes to show Arionne didn't know what she was talking about. I'm guessing you're talking about how he ended up with Sheree, and Sheree is old enough to be Arionne's mother. Yeah, Arionne thought that her cootie cat was better than Melody's. Okay, and women are comparative, you guys, by nature, and especially ooga boogers like her. Ooga booga wooga woogers. They love competing with women where they don't even compare to. It's just like, why are you doing that, sis? You don't look nearly as good as Melody, girl. You're not on her level. Okay, I don't care if you graduated from college. I'm just looking at your behavior, your ethics, your morals, your values, your decorum, and you don't have any. Okay, so yeah. Like that entire time, just parroting misinformation. I'd be too embarrassed to say anything about it either. Huntsville is a small town. I don't believe this lady when she says she doesn't know who these people are, or that she just randomly happened to be in the same place with these people. I'm not following all of what you are saying, but yeah, I kind of get, I get the gist of what you're saying, I guess. Another person says Tisha is dirty, had no intention of moving forward with Melody in a positive direction. Exactly. Just wants to use her business savvy brain and at the same time continue to keep males past her with Martell and Arionne up front and center. Exactly. Like when that came out of Tisha's mouth that Martell had bought his mistress a BMW, a matching one at that. Like when she was at the Galentine's party, look at how she was screaming and yelling at Mel. Martell cheated on you and had a baby on you and your ass stayed with him. And you, like, why are you saying all of that to a former friend? Why? Because you want to hurt Melody, break her down, put her in lowest terms. And this is what women like Tisha do when they come up against a strong woman. I know all about it because I've had many of people just try to break me down. Okay? I've had women take a stab at it. They ended up getting their ass cussed out. The men too, they ended up getting their ass cussed out and dogged out. And, like, it's just... Like I keep telling y'all, people are really in the business of murdering people's souls. They don't want you to feel good about yourself. They want you to question and doubt yourself. They want you to have low self-esteem. They like seeing you put in lowest terms. You have a lot of evil, malicious people out in the world. And Arionne is that way. Latishascott is that way. This girl, KARSON, she got a little bit of that up in her too. Anytime you're sitting there normalizing a side chick being in a relationship with a married man, there is something wrong with you. You shouldn't even have been on the live. Okay? Well, I was just asking. No, that ain't what y'all was talking about on that live. Okay? You weren't talking about cable companies. That was over text. On live, Arionne was saying how they're always talking about her. And you should have said, KARSON, well, they're talking about you because you were sleeping with that lady's husband. That happened in real time. This is a reality show about their life, and their job is to talk about their reality. Had you kept your damn legs closed, there would be no storyline. And she knows that, but in order for her to admit that, she would have to admit that she was wrong, and Arionne does not want to do that. Okay, we've seen her rage online and say, oh, this show has made me depressed and it has threatened my mental health and, all those type of things. And, she's wanted to get the show canceled. And no, like, you did what you did in the dark. Now it's in the light. Now you got to deal with it. Put your big girl panties on. You didn't got a business up out of this situation. You got followers. I don't know why, but you got them. So, girl, make it do what it do, okay? And shut up. Shit. Another person says Arionne thought Martell would marry her when Mel divorced Martell. However, he showed her how big of a fool she really is. Another person says Martell and Melody are no longer married, so what would be the purpose to bring coleslaw on the show? That story is played out. Another person says, I've been thinking Melody should leave the show for a while. She grew out of it and is no longer close to any of the castmates. The divorce changed everything for her, it seems. Either change the cast or Mel should leave. Martell still being there is triggering her too. I think it's holding her back. Another person said that this is sickening. They are so obsessed with either getting next to Mel or getting Mel's money or trying to ruin her. I'm so over this show. I hope it ends and Mel gets her own show. Just a bunch of jealous ass grown people. Yep. Another person says, I just heard the video of her explaining herself and her knowing of the mistress. She seems genuine. It's okay to befriend people and decide to no longer associate yourself with toxic people. Only time will tell. She said she's not into tearing down women. Another person says, it sounds to me like Tisha is the one with the dark soul and the devil mindset. Tisha becomes friends with this witch to aggravate Mel and surprise that Carlos King would let her on the show. Again, Carlos is nothing but a snake. Now, a lot of you all have been alleging that. Y'all really feel like Carlos is using Melody. He allows these people, to run all over her. Carlos, honey, is messy, okay? So he feel like probably a lot of this stuff is good for his show, honey, okay? I don't really, though, understand, though, why they treat Miss Van the way that they do. I think that that's wrong. Just because she had issues with Mark, if she reported him, if she had to report him to the police, or if she had to have a legal situation with him, like, why would y'all block her from having confessionals when she is the mother of the star of the show? That don't make sense to me. Now, that right there, that's when I question Carlos, because that's very weird. Another person says for Tisha to bring coleslaw friend to Mel's table is beyond evil. Yeah, it is. Coleslaw is very unstable as a woman who is obsessed with Melody and who knows what or who she can use to hurt Mel. Tisha put Melody in a bad situation. Another person says, I won't label her a bad person just because she interacted with Arionne on social media. Anyone could converse with someone on social media and actually enjoy the interaction and still not be friends. Tisha could have told Melody, but ultimately it doesn't seem malicious. People need to calm down and see how this plays out. Another person says, as Tisha's +1, how would she feel if Mel invited someone that was cool with the woman Marceau cheated with? Such trash. Black women, we have to do better. Another person says knowing each other and being friends are two different things. Another person says, so she moves from a large city to little old Huntsville. They're talking about Carson Blue. And she is a big businesswoman, and all the people in Huntsville, she befriends Arionne of all people. Tisha could have brought the tea. She brings her hairdresser that has done her hair a few times. This is not adding up. Also, if she is not friends with Arionne, why not say what she asked her to do? That was so distasteful. None of this makes sense, especially if they plan to bring her back to the show. I smell a rat. Another person said Tisha is so jealous of Mel and wants to be like her. Another person says, I think Tisha knew and is trying to stick it to Mel. Not sure if I believe this young lady. Another person says it doesn't matter who Arionne's friends are. If Martell wanted Arionne, he would have had married her. Mel is not in the way. She is just a beautiful, intelligent, and able to climb queen they are all jealous of. Another person says, I smell a rat. It's the same playbook Stormisha used. She denied knowing coleslaw, only to later turn on Mel. It's a plot for this new girl to get viewer sympathy and later join to hate Mel crusade. I think they mean the hate Mel crusade. Another person says, I don't believe her and coleslaw are friends. Another person says she said that Arionne had a friend that used to do hair that had moved to Huntsville with her business. That sounds like Stormy to me. Remember, she came from Mississippi with her business and to meet Melody to get on the show. Another person says, I don't get what Carson's reason for coming on the show was. Tisha is a snake and this is a plot, and Carlos has an agenda to make Mel leave. No time for Mel's mother, but bring her on the show. Also, why do these people want to come on Martell? Like, why do y'all say certain stuff? I'd be with y'all until y'all writing these damn sentences and they don't make no damn sense. Another person says, listen, this is our issue. What is the likelihood that Tisha asked this stylist to come on the show now? She stated she don't do her hair anymore. I'm done with you. I'm trying to read it and it's like not making any damn sense. Another person says Tisha is evil. She must be careful of her karma. She is miserable. The fact that she knows deep down that her husband is a cheater makes her unstable. Yeah. Another person says, I don't mind a little drama on this show. Let's spice it up. Them ratings needed. Another person says, Tisha ain't ish for this. I thought the girl was Nellie's niece or the lady showing the other ladies etiquette. Her daughter, I say keep that same energy, Tisha. If the shoe was on the other foot, she wouldn't want her husband's hoe, her friends, etc. on the show. Why do that? Grow the F up. Sounds like some get back to me. It was. That's why when y'all sit up here and play in my face and say, yeah, but that was in the past. No, everything is about affiliation. And this makes a lot of sense as to why at the little etiquette brunch, Tisha was sitting up there smiling. She was almost a little bit too quiet. I couldn't figure it out. And then this situation comes out. I was like, oh, and I told y'all she is a passive aggressive snake. She likes to throw rocks and hide her hands and play the perpetual victim. And she'll backpedal up out of this. Well, we didn't even know. And I didn't even know she was going to do that. And her and the girl really wasn't friends. And nah, you was real salty. And we know you were salty about Mel and Kiki hanging out because you put on a damn puppet show, okay? You think we forgot, bitch? Okay, like we saw the damn puppet show. You obviously was bothered, okay? Because you're very one-sided, Tisha. And I told y'all, anybody that's one-sided is abusive. It's okay for them to say and do things. You better not say and do things to them, though, right? So, yeah, child, get up out of here. Another person says, yes, Tisha is plotting on Mel. She will soon realize that you digging a ditch for Mel. You the one that's going to fall in it. Why can't they just be business oriented and make money? The drama is awful. I can't wait until Mel leaves this ratchet show. Another person says, of all the people that Tisha knows, and this is the person she chose to bring as her plus one, she chooses a sometime hairdresser that she hardly knows. Why not bring her real estate cousin who's trying to get work for her? Tisha has a big family with a lot of women who she could have brought. Where's Tisha regular hairdresser? Why not bring her? Something doesn't add up here. No, it's not adding up because it was done on purpose. People do things, you guys, all the time by association. I've had people befriend me, be all up in my face just because they knew I had beef with, somebody that they used to be cool with. People do stuff and they like to take whatever you say, run back, tell the other person. I had somebody doing that. Okay. And people like drama, and they like to keep things up. They like to use people, and only on the first floor do you do these type of things. People on the top floor, honey, ain't got time for this bullshiggity, okay? Really quickly, honey, before we end this here video, there are some people in the Facebook group calling Melody messy for calling Martell a queen. The person says, so Messity, not Melody, calls Martell a queen and does a post and delete insinuating that Carlos and the queen have a thing going on, but tonight she wants respectful communication and no drama when her whole reputation is built on throwing rocks and hiding her hands, talking freely in confessionals, but having taped lips around the group. So this person is accusing Melody of being messy. What y'all think about that? Another person comments on that comment and says, Melody is gonna mess around and Carlos is going to kick her off the show. Another person says, Melody needs to get off of this pedestal that she thinks that she is on. She really ain't doing shit without the show. She doesn't have the Nene Leakes or Portia Williams star power to act the way she does. What did y'all think of that? I told y'all who my favorite reality star is, and it is Miss Nene Leakes. Okay, but I do like Melody. I like her on this show. I love what she was able to do with this show. You know, it may be time to exit. I just wish Melody could like have her real friends on the show. Because I don't know, you guys, I'm not trusting the castmates. Okay, I'm not trusting all of them. I still like Kiki. I could do without the Whitlows. I could do without Tiffany. Tiffany likes to get, you know, things started, you know, for reality TV, but it's like you did it and then you be wanting to cry and want people to feel sorry for you, and it's like, Tiffany, girl, no ma'am. Okay, so I don't know what Carlos sees in her, but I could do without her. I was sick of her and Lewis once. They played in our face with the whole Dr. Francis thing. So, honey, we could do without them. Okay? Run away from me with them. Okay? All right, you guys, that's all I have to say about all of that, honey. Get down in the comments. Let me know what you thought about this here video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I am your girl, brand new, and I will check you guys out in the next video.